Hi guys, welcome to Season 12 of Mamemeister's High Score Kerfuffle. For anyone new, this is a bi-weekly arcade game high score challenge where we submit scores and then the highest score wins. We typically play 10 games over a season and scores are added up to crown an overall season winner. Scores can be submitted in a number of ways, but the guys at the top I'd like a screenshot or possibly a video. This season we're going to be doing a greatest hits of the first 10 seasons, playing a game from each season having been selected by submissions by the people playing. So each week, if you want to put a score in, and feel free to put multiple scores in, send me also a game from the season that we're playing next. Our first game will be a game from Season 1, obviously, and I've had a good number of submissions. Last season, we crowned our victor, Big Juffer. He's the true king, and as has become customary, he submitted a champion's choice for us to play. So for the last 2 weeks, we've been playing Death Smiles, a side-scrolling bullet hell shooter from Cave, released in 2007. This game I really enjoy, and I find it just really playable, really easy to pick up, and unlike some of the Cave games, the difficulty's not that great, which for me just makes it much more enjoyable. Juffer did a bit of a tutorial video along with his submission, which is well worth checking out. He explains the various game mechanics and how to score big in this game. One of the big things is collecting the skulls and crowns. That counts up in the bottom left. Once that hits 1,000, you press the left and right fire buttons together, and that activates kind of like manic mode, and where everything you shoot then delivers you 10,000 points. And so in some sections where there's things like a barrage of rocks being thrown at you, you can just keep shooting them and pile up the points. In certain sections, this will give you something like 10 to 20 million points, whereas individual levels only give you maybe 1 or 2 million on their own. So it's definitely a case of milking this particular mechanic. Definitely a good game to have, so let's take a look at the scores. Our games between seasons are always a bit quiet, and I've only had 8 score submissions. Down at the bottom, we've got Luke, Man Cave, and Robert, all in the sort of 1.5 to 2.5 million. Then, a chunk ahead, we've got 3 guys around 8 million, that's Milthy, Colin, and Paul. Further ahead again is me, I'm in second, I got 25 million. I was definitely able to kind of milk the scoring as Juffer had demonstrated. Without that video, I probably wouldn't have scored as much. And then at the top, we've got who everyone was expecting. That's Big Juffer. He scored just over 100 million, and once he seed the game. His full run is on that video that I mentioned, and he talks his way through the run, so it's very good to watch if you want to learn the game. So a good choice from, and a well done, to Big Juffer. Let's now see what game will kick Season 12 off with. So we're going all the way back to Season 1, and look at this, 17 entries. Our most popular choice was Gunsmoke. Following that was Tiger Heli, and that was Juff's choice. He won the last game of last season, so that's trebled. We had 9 games in Season 1, and 6 of those appear on the board. So let's set things going and see what we get. Okay, slowing down. Oh, is it going to be Gunsmoke? Oh, so I remember playing Gunsmoke, and Gunsmoke is one hard-ass game. It's also a very cool one. It's a Capcom classic. Yeah, I'll go make a video and be back in a sec. So, great game to kick things off, and we've got Gunsmoke, released in 1985 by Capcom. This game is a vertical scrolling run and gun shooter, and you've got 3 buttons, middle one shoots straight ahead, and then you've got left and right which shoots slightly to the sides. It's a bit like Commando, but with a Wild West theme. Unlike Capcom games of this era, it's absolutely brutal. You'll need to learn the stages, remember where the enemies are coming from, and shoot them before they shoot at you. There are bosses at the end of each stage, and these can be really tough as well. There are power-ups available where you can upgrade your speed and shot power, and the aim of the game is basically just to clear everything that comes on the screen. I really enjoyed this when we had it in Season 1, and to be honest, I'm probably a better gamer now than I was then, especially with these kinds of arcade games, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do a bit better. This game is also on the Mister, which is great for me and some of our other Mister owners. This game is also on the Mister, which is great for me and some of our other Mister owners. For our next game, please send me a game from Season 2. We had some great games this season. We've got things like Raiden or Gradius 3 as great shooters. We've got some puzzle games, we've got Columns and Pengo, racing games of Pole Position, platformers with Rainbow Islands, Baloo Baloo no Densetsu, action games with things like Kung Fu Master and Shaolin's Road, and then Wizard of War as a classic maze game. So lots to choose from here, and it makes me think, actually, Season 2 was pretty good. So hopefully we can get just as many submissions as we've had this week, and see what we get for next time. So I hope you all enjoy playing some Gunsmoke, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks with the scores. See you then.